Hey folks, Scott Ellis with TruGlo. Today we are doing a zeroing session with the new TruTec red dot scope. We're going to be putting it on an 870 20 gauge. We're going to be shooting a headbanger choke. We're going to be shooting apex loads. We're going to show you how to dial it in a few simple steps. We're also going to pattern it and see what kind of effective killing range we're going to have with these apex loads in this TruGlo. So come on along, let's get that turkey killer dialed in. Okay, so the first step is simply taking the TruTec, sliding it in on the grooves on your weaver base that you want. It's personal preference for you whether you want it further on your gun or back on your gun. I've always mounted mine further back on the rail, so that's just personal preference. And it's literally setting it in the grooves. It's this simple. And then you have your star screw hex that comes with the kit, that comes with the scope. There we go. And you just snug her down and you're ready to put it on paper, start patterning. Very simple process. Okay folks, the first step in zeroing this thing is simply to put dove loads in the gun, take a target down range. We've got one of the impact targets that shows where it hits, and we're about 10 yards away, and we're going to blow a hole about this size on the target. We're going to see where your point of impact is. From there, you're going to take the wrench that comes with the kit, that comes with the scope, to make your adjustments. It's a very fine flat tip. And then we're going to start moving it in just like your deer rifle. You're just going to start moving it in whatever direction it needs to go. If you're shooting to the right, move it to the left. Not bad. Look at there. One thing to keep in mind, folks, when you go to start moving and making your adjustments on the scope, there's two locking screws in the back of it. Make sure those are loosened up a bit so that you can make the proper adjustments.
Just be sure to lock those down when you're done sighting in your gun.
Very nice. We're not that far off. That's very good. So now we're a little low and we're a little right. So we're going to come up. And then we're going to go left. These scopes are a little different than the 1/4 inch at 100 like a normal rifle scope. All I can say is it takes a lot more generous movement of the screw to make your adjustments show up on paper more. So just keep that in mind. Alright folks, we've got her dialed in now. We're going to put it on one more target. Make sure I'm blowing the center of that target out at 10 yards. And then we'll go to the next step. Pretty good. We're pretty good. Alright, we've got it dialed in at 10 yards, blowing the center of the target out. Now we're going to go to our turkey loads and start at 30. Sometimes you will see pattern drift is what I call it, when it does slightly move right to left a little bit as the pattern opens up at a little bit further distances. This is why we put it back on paper, see if there's any more minor adjustments that need to be made. Alright, we shot it at 30 yards, devastating pattern. I'm really impressed with the loads, the sight, and the headbanger TruGlo choke. Now we're going to put it at the true test of 40 yards and see what the pattern density is and how it's holding together at 10 more yards. Alright folks, that's a wrap. We had no pattern drift between 30 and 40 yards. There was 30 pellets in the skeletal regions of that target. That is very impressive. That was the Apex 7.5s and 9s, along with the TruGlo headbanger choke and the TruTec Micro TruGlo dot. Great combination, very happy. I know my son Jake will be very happy. Take these easy tips to get that sight zeroed and get that gun patterned, and we will see you on the trails this spring.